We have a lot of COD to talk about, and I kind of want to get straight into it because OpTic is really bad. OpTic is so bad.
Yeah, so hold on. Before we get into that, what'd you think of the tournament just overall? Because this was the no fans, weird tournament.
It was pretty chill.
Yeah.
It was pretty chill. I really enjoyed, at least the production team realized that they had to do something a little bit creative to fill that gap a little bit. And so they brought out the hot mics between maps and after series.
That was the best part.
Tyler was Bane in that trailer. Turns out
You're fucking dog kid. How did get and then I went in a map at Champs Finals. You're fucking ass, dog.
And then also in the grand finals, I'm not sure if they did it ever before the grand finals, but in the map 6 where New York eventually wins, they did like a between rounds on invasion control.
Yeah.
And just showed Kismet and
Hydra. Yeah,
that was cool.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of dope. I like getting the inside look at like how they would act if there weren't cameras around, even though there were.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know if they knew there was hot mics on the first day, because Clay was literally like, keep yourself safe.
Keep yourself safe. Yep.
So,
that was hilarious, actually, though.
Yeah.
That was comedy.
But yeah, I mean, overall,
it was nice. Chill.
It's kind of bubble ring-ish for me.
Yeah.
You know? Because, like, there's no crowd. And I
personally think that's why LAG went so deep.
Same. I was just about to say that. Teams like
No
LAG
pressure.
can make a run. And I don't know. It's kind of like online on LAN, you know, with no fans there. It's just, I don't know. It's kind of weird. But I agree. It was good. And I like the cage behind the players where the players could like hang out on the cage and like watch them.
Oh, yeah. That was cool. It looked like backyardish, like fucking.
Yeah, it was like an underground gaming tournament.
Yeah.
It was sick.
Pretty sick. They did have that underground vibe.
Yeah.
But yeah, the no fans allowed for teams like LAG to kind of excel, feel less pressure, even though they are competing for champs, so they definitely have the chip on their shoulder. But like OpTic, it's like fans, I don't think for pros, like fans, I don't think makes people play worse, but it definitely helps or hurts good teams for sure.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying that like they only played good because of the no fans, but I definitely think like it definitely played a part in terms of I think why they went so far, and then it does the opposite for teams like OpTic who thrive with the crowd there, and they played like shit and bow out last.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
So,
but you said OpTic NYSL Champs Finals.
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
you said, or no, you said so I guess that
you
means
want to talk about it. I don't know, bro. I don't know why. I have a feeling some weird shit is gonna happen.
Something's gotta happen, bro.
It's like New York could go back to back, do the typical win the last major, win champs vibe kind of thing, or OpTic could just kind of like get their shit together and like get that first win, and then just be like, okay, we're back. Like, it could take a good map to give them all their confidence back. It could literally be a moment.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, we've seen these teams have just like they wake up on Saturday or Sunday and just play the best COD of their lives. That's what OpTic did, and that's what New York did. So like they could always just get to the major and just find that stride that one day and get it done. Like, it can happen.
Yeah.
Like, everyone still has them like in the top 4. Like, this didn't like make anybody think like, oh, they're they're definitely not winning it. But if they do show up the way they have been, they are gonna get rounded.
I don't know though, bro. I kind of want them to get rounded because the script is looking nice right now for Scrappy to come to OpTic.
Scrap and Hydra to OpTic, bro.
Yeah, like we were saying, Hex loves Scrap. Anytime the man is mentioned, Hex is like, "That's my boy." Or like, well, just he has to say something.
No, Scrap's coming.
He would do that about Pred.
He's tired of playing with Insight, bro. He probably checks his scoreboard like 3/4 of the way through, and it's like, how are you 10 and 12? Like, he's 34 and 10 and 18, and Insight's 12 and 11. Like,
yeah. I mean, Scrap really does just like put the team on his back sometimes. Bro.
Yes, literally. Most of the time. I think he's had like 2 series this whole year.
Yeah.
Sorry for the random cut, technical difficulties, but end all be all. If OpTic lose, we think Scrap and potentially Hydra are going to go to OpTic. That's the run of the mill.
Definitely Scrap. I don't know about Hydra.
I don't know about Hydra. We'll see. Especially if they win champs. I think we got to see what happens at champs for sure. But nonetheless, I definitely just don't see OpTic winning. But if they get hot, like you said, they definitely can.
I don't know. That's just my hopium.
Yeah, another big topic of the tournament was our, two crowd favorites bowing out, not being able to book their ticket to the champs, and that's Attach in the Paris Legion and Clayster in the Royal Ravens.
Literally, who we wanted.
Who we predicted making it
God.
in.
Neither one
but
of them
yes.
did. We know.
Yeah, neither one of them. Yeah, Ultra dropped to losers bracket after getting 3-1 by LAG, which was crazy. LAG looked really good. Ultra came out kind of flat, and they 3-0'd the Royal Ravens in the losers bracket. Really tough draw for Clay and the boys. LAG decides to pop off, and then they get to play Toronto, a pissed off Toronto, in losers round 1. Never fun. Yeah. Never fun. So they had to bow early. And then the Legion did get blessed with their losers bracket. I mean, they fell game 5 in the winners to Surge, which was a really fun match to watch. It was the opening match of the tournament. They fall to play Boston Breach, 3-0 them, and then get 3-1 by the Subliners, who end up being the champs. So sucks that you get your champs' hearts broken by the champ winners, but it's
they
tough.
Just threw away
Attach
that
did not
Surge,
get
bro.
his piece.
They threw away
No
that
piece of
game
the pie.
5 on 6-star against Seattle, and then they had to go to losers and eventually play New York. So
Yeah.
tough for them, man.
Very tough. They definitely could have advanced and played against FaZe. Either way, they were going to play Ultra if they lost to FaZe. So still see them bowing out, but I still don't think it would have been enough to get into champs because LAG ended up going to winners finals. So
true.
Either way, unfortunate for the Legion.
Yeah.
And the Heretics, I think, had a pretty good showing. I definitely think they're going to be dangerous at champs, which we'll get to the champs bracket here later on. But overall, LAG was definitely the most surprising in the whole tournament. They start out with a 3-1, like I just mentioned, against Toronto. Then they get really blessed due to the winners round 1 matchup, which was Thieves and Heretics. So Thieves take that, and so LAG goes up against LA Thieves, who they really play well against. And LAG is playing really good right now. Estriel's playing really well. They have a lot of teamwork, and Thieves get 3-0 swept.
Yeah, that's tough. LAG
mean,
just has their number, bro, just as a franchise. They own LA. They run
the
LA.
Battle of LA is definitely dominated by LAG. I think Fame had a really good event for the standard he sets for himself online, especially. Estriel just continues to be really good. I think he might have a reason for Rookie of the Year, but I don't know how much team performance. I don't know what the criteria is going to be based off of, because it's a regular season MVP.
I don't have him Rookie of the Year. I think there's too many.
Are you looking at more individual?
Yeah, and I think Gwen has had Gwen has had the craziest performances. Maybe not on LAN though. So
no, not on LAN at all. Actually,
I think Gio has been solid, even though he came in late. I really like Gio. He has like the 5th best hardpoint KD I saw. Like he's played really well for them. Yeah,
I mean statistically, if you come from it statistically, it's no question Gwen. He's literally the top in every category.
Yeah, and he was straight up carrying them for a little bit.
Yeah, and Estriel's been the best player on this team all year, other than DiamondCon for a couple, stints here and there. But Estriel's been the best player on this team all year, and they've placed top 6, top 3.
Yeah. That's solid.
I mean, that's a pretty good case to plead, but it all depends on, the coaches and the players and the staff and all that get to vote on it, what their criteria is. I don't think it's gotten to a big enough pool of people to vote for there to be a pretty decisive criteria. Like we know at this point, NBA is based purely off of individual. It has nothing to do with team performance. Same for Rookie of the Year. It does not matter. Like Wembanyama gets Rookie of the Year and Jokic gets Player of the Year, even though he's on the best team, but still, it wouldn't matter. Anyways, but Gorillas move on, beat 3-0 Thieves, and then they play FaZe. So their first Toronto was definitely real competition, but obviously they play Thieves, and then they're back into reality against FaZe. FaZe absolutely 3-0s them.
That was like
LAG choke.
You've made it.
Round 2. Map 2, LAG was up 5-2. Fame had a streak. He got first blooded 3 rounds in a row,
bro.
and then finally uses it round 11, and they don't convert and lose round 11. Draws a 1v2s.
Classic
for
case of
LAG. That's the LAG we know.
Yeah. It just seems like that's been a theme this year. People messing up on using their streaks, not using their streaks. Like, it's just been an issue all year. Fame had that blunder on Invasion Search that one game where he used his streak and Vickle got the defuse off. Like, It's just been a clusterfuck all year for streaks.
Absolutely. It's insane. Do you remember, like, I think it was Major 2 maybe, when on Invasion Search, I don't know what round or what team they were playing against, might have been Thieves, where Fame went through dark and like got a crazy 3-piece like hip firing and headshotting.
Yeah. That's what I was talking about. It was Vickle. He got the defuse off.
Oh yeah. That is that round. That is okay. It was against Miami.
Yeah, that was crazy. No, the Fame 3-piece was LA Thieves running through dark, and he got that to win the control round. Because remember, he snapped on the third dude, like one bullet.
He was on point.
Snapped
He was on
dude.
point.
Yeah,
he was on point.
B.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, but LAG had a really good run. They end up falling to they secure top 3, go into winners, and fall into the losers bracket, playing against the Subliners, who come off of beating the Legion, as we discussed. Then they 3-1 Thieves after they lost to LAG. Then they 3-0'd Subliners, which was the first match on Sunday, and they just rolled them. They smoked them. And then they play LAG, just a literal warm up for grand finals, and 3-0 them as well. So
New York absolutely bodied Toronto that series, bro.
Yeah, and so they pull up to the grand finals, only dropping 2 maps. FaZe only dropping, they didn't drop a map, and just something about FaZe. You see it all over Twitter and on other shows, like. They're 2 for 9 since Vanguard in finals.
Insane, dude. Like that has to be a mental like block.
They just honestly, I think Parasite made a really good point, and they kind of talked about it a little bit. Like, yeah, they're really final until they get to grand finals, but something about playing against playing against yourselves in practice. Yeah, like you're always the one being sought after. You're always playing down to competition in scrims. Like you're never in the adverse positions where you practice it.
That's
and when
true,
it comes to land time,
I don't think that has to do with
I know. It's like I can come from it from both sides. Like these are 4 of the best players. Like that shouldn't matter one bit. Yada yada yada. But just to what we talked about at the beginning of the show with who can win champs. Subliners woke up different on Sunday and we're just playing lights out. Kismet came playing lights out. Yeah. He was back to the form that we saw in MW2, 99 Bulldog, and he's playing really, really well. Yeah. I'm pretty sure he had a really good finals as well, but obviously Hydra definitely deserved MVP for the whole tournament. But like if there was just a grand finals MVP, I think it would have been Kismet.
Yeah, Kiz did step up. They needed him to step up. We got 99 Bulldog this tourney. One thing I do want to say about the FaZe topic though, and this is just based on feeling. I do need to like actually see how many times this has happened to them, but I feel like they come out of winners almost every time. And
who?
FaZe, they come from winners, so you play one match and then you have to wait for losers, and the losers team always gets hot. It's always a team that just catches fire and starts shitting on people. And then
it's crazy because then you like thinking about it that way. By the time
there's no advantage to being in winners.
FaZe has played 3 matches. Subliners has played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 matches when they doubled their matches. Now, granted, they made that run, right? Like they fell to elimination round 2, they were in elimination round 1, lost to FaZe, came all the way back to grand finals and won it. So like obviously they're gonna.
It's like New York has a whole weekend to get better, catch momentum. FaZe plays one game on Thursday, doesn't play Friday, one game on Saturday, 3-0 smokes Seattle, so that's no good. And then 3-0 smokes LAG. Yeah, that's like a warm-up series, not even. And then you're sitting there with a New York team that is just on fire.
And you literally pretty much don't have an advantage. You get to pick your control. That's it. That's really it. And I really think it should be 2 best-of-5s, normal map, and that's it. Yeah. Just 2 best-of-5s. Give yourself, a warm-up series. Those are the best grand finals. Better than the best-of-7s. Better than the best-of-9s with a map win automatically. Better than all of that.
Yeah.
Because it's not fun to watch. 2 best-of-5s is like the roots of not just Call of Duty, but like competitive console esports in general. Like I'm pretty sure Gears was like that early on. Halo's always been like that. They're super fun to watch. I'm pretty sure Halo does 2 best-of-7s, right?
Yeah, Halo's 2 best-of-7s.
We need. I mean, come on, let's have some advantage coming from winners, so we can at least, the better players can win. But otherwise, congrats to Subliners. They look really good right now. The Cloud9 buff, like you said, was definitely in effect.
Yeah.
I'm curious if they rebrand. I would love to see some what if they were just the Niners, the New York Niners. Yeah, New York Niners.
Yeah.
And they just
New York
change they keep the
Cloud or
logo.
something.
I think the logos. I personally am a fan of the logo,
Yeah, I
so
am
just change
too.
it to blue and white.
Yeah, it's just the colors might clash with Ravens a little bit. I don't know.
Ooh, you're right.
Yeah, I don't know if they'll do it. I don't know if
that
they'll
does
do
clash a little bit. No, not this year. Not this
No,
year.
I know.
But,
I'm saying next season. If the Ravens keep that color scheme, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
They might be the same. So we'll see.
Interesting.
I don't
Maybe
know.
if they do like white dominant and then like
Yeah.
the little blue, they could differentiate a little bit.
But that
then would
logo
have
with
to surge
C9
as well.
colors would go hard, bro.
It would.
Yeah.
It would go very hard. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
But
for
yeah,
sure.
congrats to Subliners. They look really good. They're gonna need 99 kids going forward.
Yeah.
He's their X factor for me. We've seen Skies play very average and then roll we're not worried about Skies.
Guys
In my
even said
opinion.
in the interview, I didn't do shit.
I'm sitting Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's sitting Hill. Right, like it's when we see him playing really slow and just like playing that back line role where it's just like not influential.
Yeah.
But when he's like still in the play, which is getting in Hill, getting on point, it's fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, they can keep that up. They're definitely some favorites going into this, obviously. But yeah, congrats to the Subliners. You
Hydra's
ready to take a
incredible.
look at the? Yeah, he's definitely one of the best players in the game right now,
Yeah.
if not the best. You ready to take a look at the champs bracket?
Yes, sir.